Hey Pam! Oh my,
Hey,
oh my, oh my.
girl.
I'm so excited for this. Everybody here is just so excited to see you and so excited to hear from you. And I'm pretty sure most everybody's got your book. If you don't have this
Oh,
book, you guys are missing out. I'm telling you, it is
uh,
Words of Wisdom from the Heart of Pam Souter. And I remember these stories that she tells, and they really apply, and you can relate to them. And that's what I love about it. And so, Pam, welcome. Thank you so much. You are talking to a group of people who qualified to be on this call. And even
well,
though,
if there's anybody that's qualified to be on a Zoom with me, and I don't even have to say that, I should be qualified to be on, is with you, Mel.
oh,
And truly, you know, I'll never forget you. You were one of the first like superstars, Wonder Woman, uh, from a different galaxy that actually came into It Works back in the day when there was none other woman that actually believed. And you came in and believed because you and Blair were looking for something. You had all the talent, you had all the skills, you had all the background. You just didn't have the vehicle and you found it and you just came in and did it. And so the book that I wrote was not about, it was about my journey, but it was also about all of our journeys and our journey from that poor girl mentality to that rich girl mentality, and understanding that we can have this, we can have anything that we want. And so, Mel, I love you.
oh, I love you, Pam. We've really experienced a lot together over the
Yes.
last 16 years that I've been
Mhm.
involved, and I miss you. I really miss
Same
you.
here. I made a decision for our family, and it was a hard decision. I have been in this industry since 1994, and I'm mid 60s. Dave had been through 3 years of hard surgeries, and I have two grandsons and a granddaughter on the way. And it was time for us to, uh, I worked hard, Mel.
Yes.
I
You're one of
worked
the hardest
hard,
working
and
people I
it's
know.
time for others to step up and take that journey and to work hard. I For our family, it was the best decision that I could make. I have not gone anywhere. I'm still here. I'm still very present. I'm just not into those day in and day out activities. However, my heart is still with all of you.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there's shoes that no one else can fill.
I don't feel like they can
No.
because they were mine,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I've loved them. And I,
You taught us all to love shoes.
yes, I taught you all to love shoes. You came back. That was a good one. Write that down, everybody. Yes, yes,
Yes.
that was good.
I used to
Yes,
have a little sign that had a high heel on it saying, this is Pam, with
yeah.
high heels, and everybody
You
needs a
know,
good pair
I
of
I
shoes.
I worked my tail off to have a better life for our family, and that means in all the things: the food, the fashion, the fun, the trips, the freedom,
Yeah.
all of those things. So,
But you know what?
Mel, your team has some questions for me, and I want to
Yes,
answer those
I've got
tonight.
questions. We
Okay.
have questions, and they're good
Okay.
questions. So
All right.
let's do that. I did want to say you made the comment just now that you did this for your family, but
Yeah.
thousands of families benefited
Yeah.
and lives were changed, and we're forever
Yeah.
grateful for that. So
Thank you.
ain't nobody worked any harder than Pam Souter.
No, you
I can
can't
tell
outwork
you
me.
that. No, you
No.
can't. You
Mm-mm.
cannot. All right, question number one.
Okay.
How do you build belief around your dreams? It says, I know that belief is the piece that is missing for me to achieve my dreams, but I do not know how to get it to the point that I believe it.
Well, no one else is going to do that for you. I mean, all right. So here's what God gave us. God gave us, and I hope you don't mind that I get a little spiritual here, but this is kind of like where I'm
Welcome.
at right now. This is my
Absolutely
full
welcome.
on, I've come to a full understanding of this. He does not put anything into our heart, desire, dream, vision, unless it's already there for us. So it's already there for us. And so if there is a dream, a desire, a vision on your heart, that means it's already there waiting for you. So all that you need to do is to step into it, to understand and to allow it to come to you, to give it the ability to say yes to. Yes, I believe in this. Yes, this is what I want. And to, I think we're all afraid, we're all living in such a fear of what? Of what people will think. Well, they're already thinking crappy things anyway. So what does it matter? They're already thinking, hoping you don't succeed. Because then you would make them look bad. So who are they anyway? So just get over it and decide this. If that dream is within you, if it lit up for a second, that means it's already yours. It's waiting for you. So just allow it in. And what do? You go, all right, I'm going to allow you in. I'm going to go to work for you. I'm going to believe in you, and I'm going to make this thing happen. And come hell or high water, there's a great movie, Come Hell or High Water. Watch it. It's very country. It's very much who we are. And if you're seeing things like, this is what I want, this is who I am, then that's who you are. Accept it and go after it, because no one said, I'm going to give this to you, Pam. No one said, hey, this is your birthright. No, they didn't say that. I saw something and I went after it. And I just decided that that's what I wanted. There was something burning inside of me that said, you can be that rich girl. You can have millions. I was not raised in a millionaire home. I was raised in a let's get by, let's make the best of what we have. Um, thank God for what we have. I feel blessed, but it was never uh, that millionaire attitude or that thought. It's almost like it was against me. Like, who do you think you are? Why do you think you can have that? And I didn't know any better. I'd said, well, why not? Why not me? And everybody that's ever done anything big, at the end of the day, they'll go, well, why not me? And I know, Mel, you've said that. Well, why not me?
That's right.
Why
That's
shouldn't I
right.
have it?
Exactly. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Okay. Question 2. How do I become a better leader and instill belief in my team that they can achieve their dreams?
Oh, easy. Bottom line is, this leadership thing that we talk about, all of us talk about. I know John Maxwell has written a lot of books. There's all kinds of information out there. Bottom line is this: you have to get the big house first. Get the
There you
Mel house, get the Pam house. You have to get the big house first. If you don't show that you can actually do that as a leader, then you're just talking. You're just, it's bull. So you have to do it first. You have to get the promotion first. You have to get the big check first. And so you're all going, well, what about my team? Your team will either do it or not. No one did it for Mel.
go.
Nobody got that house for Mel.
Mm-mm.
Nobody bought that house for Mel. Nobody scouted that house out for Mel. Nobody sold that house. A real estate broker did, who was not even in the business. And so I learned that I had to do it first as a leader. It's not talking. We think we have to motivate and drive and pursue and push and pull. That's exhausting. And let me ask you, how's that working for you?
Yeah, that's good.
It's not working for you.
Yeah.
So you have to drop all of that thought. And this is probably my next book is drop that thought of what you think a leader is. A leader is somebody that actually does the thing. They, again, come hell or high water, I'm getting that house. I'm not going to run over you to get it. I'm not going to put you in the business and drop you. I'm going to be a leader throughout and aspire and coach you, but
Mm,
I'm not going to push or pull you. Just like you can't push or pull your child.
right.
All you can show your child is I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a good person. And I do what I'm asking you to do. And that's a leader. I'm putting people in, I'm gathering customers, and I'm ranking up. And I'm getting this house, I'm getting this car, I'm getting this check, I'm getting this promotion. And you, as my downline, have permission to do it too.
And
That's
even
it.
more
And more.
and more.
And excel past me. I will love you. My whole goal is to find somebody better than me.
That's right.
You
I
know,
love that.
my ego is not that big. My
Yeah,
ego was to be in the back of the room, not the front of the room. I wanted
exactly.
beach money.
That's
And I
exactly
created
right.
beach money. I created beach money, and I'm living in that right now. So be like me. Be the leader that one day takes yourself out. God blesses everyone that's still there, achieving the goals that you wanted to achieve or did achieve, and go after it. That's it.
Wow.
And do not wait on anyone, Mel. I mean, we've
Right.
waited on people. We've tried to push people. We've tried to pull people. No, a leader does it. And
Yes.
then they're either beside of her, in front of her, or they're trailing and coming through. That's what leadership is.
I love that, because we believe sometimes more in them than they believe in themselves. And that's a given. That happens in pretty much anything, but especially in network marketing, because we want them to succeed so bad. But
We
if they
can't
don't
want that
believe it,
though
right,
to we can't want that to the extent that we stunt our own growth.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I believe in you, but if you don't pick up on that and harness that, it's not going to happen.
mhm,
And that's not my job.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why you can't, all you can do to instill belief in somebody is like Pam said, just do it.
Just
And
do
then they're
it.
going to
I mean,
see,
or
oh
else
my
it's
gosh.
you're bullying them. I mean, you're like it's a lie. And that's why a lot of you feel like it's a lie. I'm lying. I'm not living in that truth. So here's what you have to do. Decide that you don't have to lie anymore. Decide that you're going to go do it. Just decide, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do this thing. And whoever is behind me is going to follow, or they're not.
Yeah,
And those that quit, they quit. That's it. End of story. They gave up.
that's right.
It's not a coach coaching the Titans football team that would say to the guy that's sitting there not doing the work, "Oh, you can be great at this. You can do this." He's like, "Get the heck off my team." There's
Get
another
out of
guy
here.
coming up and that's going to be put in your that wants it more than you.
Yeah,
So, ladies, we have to understand we're running a business, a corporation, and we're not
big
running
business.
a for profit team. It's a corporation that we're
Yes,
running. Yeah,
it's a big
it's
deal.
a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. As you climbed the network marketing ladder, how did you determine your circle to push you to success? Old friends still exist, but love them from a distance?
No, I have friends. I think some of you just saw this where I went on this. It was my 35th year. I struggled with this, Mel, and I know you have too, where there was a time where I'm like, God, they're just not with me. They're just not on the same page. They don't want the same things. And then I realized they're not on the same page. They don't want the same things, but they're still my friends.
Hmm.
So I learned to talk differently around them. Like, so I could just be like not somebody else, but I don't have to talk business. And but it fulfilled me in a different way. But I didn't try to drag them along. I didn't try to push them or pull them through. I understood they are where they are, but they're still a vital part of my life. They still fed me in a different way. However, if there were some that were so negative and put me down in a space that I didn't want to be, I had to drop them.
Yeah.
You know, so here's what happens to lottery winners. It's 70% end up broke because they go out on Friday night and they're hanging out with the same buddies and they're at the same spot, drinking the same beer, having the same conversations, and the buddies are now saying, "Hey, you buy tonight. You're the lottery winner." And that puts them in a different paradigm shift, and they're thinking, "Well, wait a minute, I don't want to have to buy these drinks every single night." And they're still talking about the same thing. So he has a choice. He has a choice at that moment to either say, "I love you. I appreciate you for where you were in my life, but I choose," and here's a choice, "I choose to step beyond this, and I'm going to go into a different realm, a different level, a different state of friendships. Not that I don't love you. You were here and great." No different than a divorce. Why'd you divorce somebody? Just lost contact. You just weren't together. It just ended and you had to let it go, but you rose to a different level. It can be the same in your choice of religion, your choice of business, your choice of rank. You know, when you rank up, Mel, sometimes you lose people
Yeah.
because they can't rank up with you.
Hmm.
They choose not to. So we have to look at friendships in a way that some are very fulfilling and others are very damaging. And what are those? And you already intuitively know this.
Hmm.
So, whoever asked this, you already know that there are some friends that you just need to let go. Now, they might come around and be there later as your biggest cheerleader. But at this point, they're not going to help you, propel you, or take you to that next level. They're going to actually, it's going to be detrimental and you're going to go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4. This one's kind of related to number 2, but it says, how do I get my team motivated to actually work their business? It's like everyone I've signed thinks posting for a week here and there should already have them at their financial goals, like being able to quit their 9 to 5 job, meaning they want a get rich quick thing.
Well, this is get rich quick.
It's quicker than I ever dreamed
Yeah,
of.
I got rich quicker than most people do in a lifetime. I mean, my friends that are still working, they're not rich.
Yeah.
So this is as close as it gets, but it didn't happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can you motivate them? Again, you got to do it first. You just got to do it. Motivation, motivating a team is like trying to motivate your children to be something that they aren't. That's sad. We as parents look at our children in a certain way and we think we want them to be a doctor, or we want them to be a pianist, or we want them to be an athlete. And it's not even in any fiber of their being. There's a lot of people that watch you on social media or come into your team and they want what you have, but they don't think they have to work. However, let me tell you what you're doing. You're posting that, you're acting like that, you're sharing that, you're saying that. And so I never did that. All right. So I just listened to a podcast with Ed Milet, who y'all please follow Ed. Follow me on my podcast and follow Ed. You're going to get real truth. And so he's talking to a high level coach, high level businessman who says, being successful is dirty. It's hard. It's work. It's up at 3 a.m. He coached Kobe Bryant, major athletes. You get up the new day starts at 12 a.m.
Ooh.
Male,
Whoa.
that would kill Male.
I'm
Male
actually up earlier than ever,
lifestyle,
Pam.
but at 12 a.m. So he's telling them to meet on the basketball court at 3. They thought he meant 3 p.m. He said no, 3 a.m.
Whoa.
They would show up at 3 p.m. He said, no, I'm at 3 a.m. He could tell immediately what they were made of. Most never made it. And most of you won't make it either. Let me give you the hard realization. You just don't want to put in the time. So you got to be real honest with yourself. Nobody's going to talk to you as straight as I am, and you're going to walk off of this and you're going to think, who is she? But I want you to know this. This is not to belittle you. This is not to shame you. This is to make you wake up and to realize that this is not being given to you. This is here for you. And you can become a millionaire. You can become a 5-figure monthly income earner, a 4-figure, or a 3. It's up to you. But you're not going to be handed this. Nobody's going to give you people. And if they promise you that, that is a mistake. And so what I would highly recommend that all of you do is you start to post to the people that you want on your team. Who are they? Hard workers, people that last, people that actually do what they say they're going to do, people that follow through, follow up. I mean, if I'm posting, I'm asking for the attributes of the people that I would want on my team, not to say you're going to get rich quick. You are, but you got to work your butt off to get there. It's not the other way around. It's all a lie if you think that. However, in 5 years, we can change your life. Because if you don't do this in 5 years, you're not going to be changed. Your life is not going to be changed. It's going to be exactly the same. I know that I went from a 38-year-old mom wanting an extra $1,000 a month to getting millions a month. And that was with a lot of hard work, a lot of late nights and early mornings and flights every single week. But I will not change a thing because 20 years later, I am free.
Yes. Hallelujah.
I am free. So you can do this too, but do not expect anyone on your team to do it for you. You have to show up first and foremost. I'm going to free you from the thought that you have to motivate anybody. Isn't that freeing, Mel?
Yes, it is.
Motivate anybody.
Yes.
You don't have to kick anybody in the butt. You don't have to tell somebody that they have to show up. You show up, and either they show up or they don't.
Yeah, this is gold, you guys. I hope you're really getting this, because Pam is telling you the absolute God's truth. You can have it all, but you got to work for it. It's just not going to fall into your lap. And for me, it took 25 years to get into my dream home.
Yes.
25 years. Are y'all willing to wait 25 years or to work for 25 years?
In, Mel. Most people never get in their dream home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never. And you could have shortened that had you had a vehicle, the right vehicle.
Exactly.
But you also could have shortened that had you had a different mindset.
Exactly.
Yes. And so
it all works together.
Mind finally caught up with the belief, and then everything fell in place. Because Mel, a lot of people joined It Works when you did.
Yeah.
And they're not on this Zoom.
That's true.
They're gone.
They are.
They had the same opportunity as you, and they're gone. They're not here today.
Yes. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, okay. Question number 5. How do you answer? What do you do? I'm so proud of this company, but I find it awkward to answer this question as a work from home mama.
Wow. All right. So you have to answer this for yourself, because when people would ask me, what do? I do It Works. And then, because here's the thing, we think we have to have this smooth little speech, but really what you're wanting is them to ask you more questions. That keep the ball going back and forth. Okay. So I do It Works. What is that? Well, we're a company. And for me, I would say I started this company in 2001 because I discovered this incredible product. For you, it could be, oh my gosh, I found this incredible product. I fell in love with it, and I thought everybody would want it. And then they're going, what is it? So the whole thing is it's a volley. It's back and forth and back and forth. So you answer a simple question, and then they ask you again. And you're sending this message of I'm intriguing. You're creating curiosity. It's no different if it's in voice or on a message. That's it. So you come out with these long messages that are so boring and you sound like you're selling something.
Yeah.
And I want to puke. I see it. I'm like, no, volley, go back and forth. Say, what do you do? Well, what do you do? People want you. I mean, you got to act more curious about them than they should be asking about you. Well, I'm looking for, what are you looking for? What do you want? What would be the ideal solution for you? I mean, what would your day be like if you could have a day? I tell you, when I owned this, when I really understood this, I never had to open up an opportunity book. I never had to talk. Because every question they asked me, I'd come right back with a question. Right back. What are you looking for? What do you want? What would be your ideal day? What would be your ideal income? What do you really like? Why are you asking? What are you curious about? So it's always go back to them. Shut up about you. You're boring. They don't care. So we got to be like into them, into what they want. Be curious enough about them. And then it's
When,
not selling.
yeah, and when you do that, they totally open up.
Oh,
They
it's like
they want you to
somebody
they
actually
want to
cares
talk
about
about
me.
themselves.
Yeah, somebody actually cares about me.
Yeah.
Like people call me for coaching. I'll go, all right, throw up for 5 minutes. Throw up on me. Tell me what's going on for 5 minutes. And they think I'm just going to talk some wisdom, shoot it, inject them into them. And they tell me everything in 5 minutes. And by the end of that, they're already done. They've already self-healed.
I love it. All right, last question.
Hey,
What does a typical work day look like to feel accomplished instead of scrolling through a feed, liking people's stuff and not feeling like you've done a thing? I mean, I've done that.
you already answered it. You quit scrolling and acting like you're working. I mean, that's already self-fulfilled prophecy right there. Oh my
That's
God.
so good.
So boring now
Yeah.
to do this.
I
All
mean, there's so much better things to be doing with your life.
go take a walk and get your body in shape than do that. Then your finger's in shape. It's the most in shape thing that you have. It's because you're not working. You are so bored with yourself and your business, and you're not. Hey, let me tell you, what's exciting is when you got about 15 to 20 people ready to join your team. I mean, when you're volleying back and forth with that many people throughout the day, you don't have time to go through TikTok or Facebook or Instagram to see what the heck everybody else is doing. I, people would say, "Well, what so and so quit? Really? Okay, well, who we bringing in?" I mean,
Good.
was such and such really? I don't. I'm over here. I'm making money. I'm caught. Things are happening over here. So you answered that question. You are doing mindless things, and your family is wondering. Here's the biggest mom guilt, and wife guilt, and a business guilt. Endless, mindless, silly things. Just scrolling. That's it. None of that is making you money. And so at the end of the day, you're sitting there, your children are not fulfilled because you're absent. Your husband is like, she's not making any money. She's just over here doing this thing. Your team's suffering because they don't see you promoting. They don't see you growing. And you're suffering because it's easier, you think, to do that than to do the actual work. But how are you feeling at the end of the day? Worse than actually going for the ask that you think is going to feel so bad because you might get rejected. I'm telling you, there is nothing like a fulfilling rejection. There
Yeah.
is nothing like it. I at least had the balls to ask.
That's so
And you
good.
ask again and you ask again and you until you get so good at it that people finally start saying yes.
Mm.
And so I would play that game all day long. How many asks can I get in? How many people can I ask to be a customer? How many people? And most importantly, I would just be going after full on recruiting. I had a handful of customers and I was all about recruiting because that builds a residual income like nothing else. Let's put people in the system and
That's
let
so
them
good.
get a handful of customers, let them put people in the system, a handful of customers. I mean, that's how you build a huge team. So if you're feeling less than at the end of the day and you're asking that question, it tells me everything. And it should tell you everything. It's harder sitting on the sofa being comfortable, which is really, truly uncomfortable because you're not going after your dreams. You're just sitting there doing mindless things that don't pay you any money. And you think you're working and it's bull. You're not. You're not working.
Yeah.
It's sad because we have come to that and we say, I'm doing everything. Really? Tell me what you're doing. How many people have you truly asked? How many customers have you put in today? How many distributors have you put in today? I do not want you to feel bad about yourself. This is about a wake up call. This is about getting real. Because when I was at my lowest low, is because I wasn't actually doing the thing. I had stopped doing what was producing and I started shuffling papers and phone calls and all the stuff because I wasn't actually doing the thing. And the thing is, how many people have I put in today? End of story. I mean, that's it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So and no one can tell you how to prospect. Prospecting is as simple as an ask.
Ask. That's it.
That it's as simple as an ask.
Mhm.
And there's no right way, there's no wrong way. Everybody has it different. When I was in IBM sales, I was always top seller, and people would come to me and go, "What the heck are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just going to see people all day long. I'm making friends with people all day long. That's what I'm doing." And that's the difference between me and you. You're not. You're out selling. I'm out making friends. I am just going in and meeting these secretaries that are in hardship because I know what they're doing every single day and what could help make their lives better. So let's switch it to this. I know what these moms are doing every single day, and I know what could make their life better. And if that doesn't fire you up and inspire you, then you need to look at why you're doing this. And that's the end of it. You can change. I had a woman that doesn't even know me, but she heard me on a different podcast. And she said, "You inspired me so much. I got your book and it inspired me to start a dream that I've had for 20 years because you just like did it. And I've been waiting for somebody to tell me to do it. And they have never come." I
Wow.
said, "They're not going to come.
Yeah.
You have to do it." Even finding this product and starting this company, it was like still like no one was there saying you can do this. I just still had to do it. It just didn't show up. I slept through the streets of Nashville and Lebanon, Tennessee, slapping raps on people with the nail in
And
the
it was
car,
some of the
out of the car, in
best
the house, in a Waffle House, in every kind of house,
anywhere and everywhere.
anywhere and everywhere. And guess
Yeah.
what? She's a top money earner, great leader because she did it.
Thank you, Pam. Oh my goodness.
You
We
did
couldn't
it.
have done it without you.
Even with Blair, negative Blair. Oh,
Oh, he was so skeptical, but
so skeptical. But
hopeful.
always believed in you, Mel.
Yeah,
He
he did.
wasn't skeptical about you.
No,
He
no.
was skeptical about will this company be here and look at what it's done. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's living the dream.
Yeah. So everybody, I want you to give a shout out to Mel.
Oh,
Seriously, shower her with love and affection, and all the leaders that are on this. And I see Carrie on this. I see Carissa on this. Yes, I don't know.
Rusty's here.
Yes. So everyone, just, those that are leading you, they're working hard. They've been here a long time. They want you to have this success that you deserve. They truly, truly do. I
Uh,
want it for you too.
yes.
I am here in spirit and love. And, if anything, I just want to see this team thrive. I truly, truly do. So thank
Thank
you
you. Thank
all for
you.
having me tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you more than I can ever express. And let me tell you, success looks so good on you, Pam. I'm telling you, does she not look like a rich girl? I mean, she looks like a rich girl. And I don't mean just money. I mean, just in life.
Oh,
So thank you, Pam. We love you so much.
bye,
All
everyone.
right.
Thank you.